Come on, traction control, keep me from dying. Or just kill me. Watch this happen. Oh! I think they're mating. We got a little too much weight over the front wheels, but 160, and let's stop before we die. We're not gonna stop before we die, are we? Oh, yes, we are. Okay, let's slam the brakes before we die. Before we die. Come on, don't die. Yeah, we're dying today. Bye-bye. Looks like you just made the front of your car flat. And welcome to an episode of BeamNG.Drive. In today's episode, we're actually going to be finally doing a video that I've actually been saying that I'm going to do after every single automation video, but I never actually got to it. But this time we are. We're going to be testing out the car that I just made an automation called the TheFatRat. So basically, I called it this because it looked like a Dodge Viper, kind of. It also looked, in the front, kind of like a Tesla. And then also, I kind of saw the lines of a TVR and a Porsche. And yes, I know that's not how you spell Porsche. Because the thing is that Porsche, it's not spelled how you actually pronounce it, Porsche. That's why Americans call it Porsche. Because it doesn't look like it's called Porsche. So I just decided to sound it out so all Americans wouldn't get confused by it. Now, if I remember, I tuned the suspension to be kind of like a little bit comfortable because it's a supercar. But also so that it would be, you know, good around corners too, and it wouldn't just go all over the place. Like, I remember previous cars where I tuned the suspension just for comfort, so this hopefully shouldn't be that way. But if you look, you can kind of see why I called it a, oh, Jesus, that suspension's so wobbly. I'd rather not look at it right now. Oh, God, that's not going to be good. Anyway, you can see that how I kind of got the lines from a Tesla in the front, if you kind of look at it from this way, how it kind of goes like that, and it's flat right here. So let me just get a different angle. But it does sound pretty good. And if you look here, you can kind of see the lines of... Now I'm kind of seeing Lexus LFA a little bit. But you can kind of see where I took the Porsche from the butt. And then, in general, there was kind of like a Dodge Viper, kind of long hood and then roof going up and then sloping. And then also kind of have a TVR look when it comes to the wheels and the body. But, holy crap, I think we're going to have to go tune this again. I mean, yeah, it could be worse, but it also could be better, a lot better. So is that I can't really drive on the outside view. It's just something about me. So if I just go into the hood view, holy crap, it has a lot of power and torque. This has endless amounts of torque. And that dual clutch does such a good job at just banging you back into your seat. Like, look at this. If I just take off, this dual clutch shifts so fast, but it also is so rough. Just take off here. Look how rough that takeoff is. And look, I'm not even going to give it much shot. Just bang. It just hits you back into your seat. That's about as bad as my grandma's van, Chrysler minivan, because it obviously doesn't have a dual clutch, except the transmission is a little bit screwed up. So when you take off, it's going to just boom and hit you back. But if you just look at that, why is the clutch? I think the clutch and the dual clutch is just kind of... Oh, that's weird. The clutch... Okay, so a dual clutch has a clutch. It's basically like an automatic... It's basically like a manual transmission that's controlled automatically. Now, this is a straight, so... Oh, crap. That's a lot. Yeah, this thing's really fast, but... I think it could do better if we made the brakes a little bit better, because they seem to fade really too easily. Okay, so we need to change the brakes up. And also make the suspension a little bit stiffer. Holy crap. This car would be hard to kill. It would be hard to kill yourself, but also very easy. Because if you are just kind of the person that, you know, you get up to a straight line and you're like, hey, I'll floor it. On takeoff, it's okay, but then once it bangs in the second and third gear, it just... I don't know. And also, because there's so much rev range, it takes a while to go out of second gear. Okay, here's the car, so let's, revise. Okay. I've never actually gone back and revised the car. That's how bad I am. I'd be a great car maker, a car manufacturer. I'd make a car, not change it at all. Lower isn't always better. Yeah, bigger's better. Okay, that's not good. I just noticed something. We have 60% of the weight in the front of the car and 40% in the rear. Anyway, let's go do some stuff. So if we increase the tire diameter a little bit, I mean decrease it. Anyway, if I decrease it, better cornering a little bit. I do have a little bit of wheel spin happening though. Okay, so the size of the brake in the front, we're going to increase the brake size in the front and in the rear by a lot. And then we're also going to change the pad type and increase it a little. I think someone could live with basic infotainment so that we can get a little bit lighter here. Because the thing is that it doesn't really matter about the entertainment in this car because it's a supercar and I didn't actually think about that. What really matters is how the interior is, not really the entertainment. Okay, if we look here, normal electric steering is not all that sporty, so we're going to go with normal hydraulic steering. At this point is where it's going to change up a lot. Now the suspension is not all that good because it's like too wobbly back and forth. So we are going to tune the suspension for sport. Now let's go forward. And now that we can see that, okay, our weight distribution is even worse. Wait, so if we increase the tires to 21 inches, we get a lot better cornering. Okay. Well, not necessarily a lot better, but we do get a little bit better cornering from it. Okay, I think that this is going to be good here. Although we do have a really bad weight distribution going on here. But hey, who cares? This thing should be a lot better now. Okay, now that we're back in BeamNG.Drive, let's go and spawn up it. And I actually didn't take the time to name it to what it was before, so we just have the whatever standard name it was. Now this is going to be a little bit less comfortable in general because it has a 1 inch bigger wheels, and it has a little bit of a stiffer suspension. So let's see how it takes off now. Oh yeah, that's better. I like that a lot better. Holy crap. Holy, 100 miles an hour. I'd say maybe 160 by the end of this road here. Oh, already 160. Got it. We got a little too much weight over the front wheels, but 160, and let's stop before we die. We're not gonna stop before we die, are we? Oh, yes, we are. Good car, good brakes. Good boy. And I can already feel that it feels like there is a difference in the steering. It feels like this hydraulic steering is just better. I like this hydraulic steering better. This car is so fun. You can just screw around in it all you want to. And plus, this thing won't even be terribly uncomfortable like a lot of supercars. Well, at least the older ones. Newer supercars are actually, I've heard, are pretty comfortable. But if we just... Come on, go. You can do it. You can do it, yeah. Let's actually get onto a racetrack. I have all the torque in the world to do whatever I want. Oh, wait. You know what? I just remembered. In this direction over there is a airport. Let's go to that and we'll drag race this against some other things. We'll drag race it against a dedicated drag racer. How about that? Well, actually, I've heard that the Dodge Demon in drag races, just a normal person that goes and drag races their Demon, can be faster than most supercars. And here's how I think of it. You can take a triathlon person and put him up against a world record swimmer or something like that, and he will be slower. Except the swimmer can't run as fast or can't bike as fast as the triathlon person. The triathlon person is basically just a person who does everything combined. They're not all good at just one exact thing. And get on the throttle and oh yeah. And that's kind of like how it is. A Dodge Challenger not necessarily a Hellcat, but the Demon is a dedicated drag racer. It won't go around corners as well as the McLaren, but it will definitely go in a straight line faster. Now let's just see how this thing takes off here. Its first initial, like when it's in first gear, it doesn't do it all that well. However, I bet if I was to go over here and then put it in the manual mode, oh, that was a little bit of a bump. If I just take off and then put it in second instantaneously, oh yeah, that's how you want to take off. You don't want to take off in first gear, because first gear isn't all that good. There's first gear taking off, and then first gear taking off and slamming it in the second. Yeah, that's better. Notice how every time I shift, it just Every time I shift, it's so rough it lays down some marks. Okay, let's slam the brakes before we die. Before we die. Come on, don't die. Yeah, we're dying today. Bye-bye. Impact detected. Stopping car. Hey, it's a good thing this thing's so strong. It looks like you just made the front of your car flat. Oh, it looks like this supercar got punched in the nose or something. I'm going to put it in manual mode real quick just so you can listen to kind of how this thing sounds. So I'm going to shut up. Have you ever noticed how when this thing revs up, it takes so long for it to rev back down? So if we rev up to like where a normal engine would rev, like 6,000 RPM, let's see how long it takes to go down. Waiting. 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 Still waiting. And there we go, down the 1,000 RPM. Now let's see how fast it revs up to 1,000 RPM. Also kind of slow. But if you think about it, that's such a wide RPM range. If we're at like 2,000 RPM, it gets up to 6,000 really fast. So really, it's kind of like a normal car when it comes to just how it revs. Anyway, let's go drag race it. Let's put it up against another supercar, but this supercar will be a supercar that's in the game. Also another dual clutch too. Except the dual clutch in this thing isn't as dumb. See, let me show you what I mean when I talk about this dual clutch. Look, you take off, and it's smooth. Because it slips the clutch a little bit. That thing, it just goes boom and doesn't really slip the clutch. This, it slips the clutch when you take off because it has a dual clutch transmission. I think it might be a little bit hard for that car to be better than this, because look at this thing. You take off in this and it... Like, look at the speed. Now this isn't kind of like as push you back into your seat, because this doesn't have as much power or torque, but it is much lighter. So I think off the line, this will be faster. This car can't go as fast around corners, I'll tell you that much. I've driven this around corners, and I've found that if you modify a Hirochi Sunburst, it can be better than this thing around corners. I don't know, this is kind of like, when I think of this, I kind of think of more of like a Bugatti. It's not really a crazy cornering car. It's kind of a car that goes fast for rich people. Now you might be wondering, now why the crap am I getting a Pessima? Well, actually, let's just get the sport manual transmission, yeah. So the reason why I have a Pessima right here is because what this car will do is this car will be at the end of this drag strip, and that Hirochi is going to wreck into this one. And we're going to set it up so that I don't have to control the Hirochi, and I don't have to keep it in a straight line. Here we are at the end of the drag strip. The advantage to having a slow car is, though, you don't die and crash when you hit the end of the I mean, you do stall it, though, because it is a manual. Yeah, I am kind of slipping the clutch a little bit. Hey, at least I don't power shift like that. That kills your clutch. Okay. And then we're here. Emergency brake. Go over to this car. And then get the AI control app. And let's go up here, replace this beam regenerator with this. My phone's been blowing up, 1 sec. Okay, now that I have this AI control app. Jesus, did you just hear that? My phone just went beep, 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 beep. Shut up, phone. So we're going to set this to chase, and then we're just going to pause the game. Before we make this car go in the chase mode, we're going to switch over to this. We're going to put our foot on the brake a little bit, and it has too much torque. You can't even... Okay. Chase. Let's set it for vehicle... Oh, geez, I don't know which one's which. Yeah, let's just hope it's set for the right vehicle. Because if it's not, then it's going to try to crash into me. Anyway, let's go back to 100 times speed. And it's going to try to kill me. That didn't go as planned. Okay, J. Reset. Okay, let's try this again. Drive. Okay. Looks like I got off the line faster there. Is he going to stay with me? I'm off the runway. Looks like he's not staying with me. The best BeamNG has to offer is not enough today. And let's just stop here so we can watch this happen. Oh! I think they're mating. Stop humping him, dude. Oh, but jeez. Just look how much worse the person in that Pesmo would have fared. Well, maybe if we try something different. Let's try something that has more power, because this isn't a dedicated drag racer. So let's go with something that has a lot more power, and that car over there isn't a dedicated drag racer either, just keep that in mind. Let's see if the AI can keep hold of a barge tow that has, that's a drag racer. Let's see, so this drag racer has 1,300 horsepower. And if we go over here and look at the Moonhawk drag racer, how's that? More power and more torque, a lot. Okay, let's get this thing lined up here. Oh, this is going to be hard to beat. This is definitely going to be hard to beat. That's for sure. Oh, and I love that supercharger on top. You can see when you're putting air into the engine. Okay, that's about lined up. And now I just need to get my cat off my mouse so that I can click on the button to... Okay, so let's click J. And then let's click chase. And stop attacking my mouse, kitty. And then let's go for that vehicle down there and stop. Okay. So, low speed. So right now we're going in slow motion. And then... Okay, full motion. Full speed. Oh. Well, that wasn't meant to happen. Why did he just stay there? Come on, you're not a turtle. You're like a rabbit. I think I know the issue. I didn't put him in drive. Okay, I just put him in drive. Crap. Come on, you can catch up too. Oh, yeah, because he's going to kill himself. Why is it not shifting? Why is my car not shifting? Shift? Oh, right, because the brake's on. Well, I guess we can crash into this car for just comedic. Oh, and why is there a... Yeah, so the AI actually cannot control himself. Okay, since they really can't take off, then what if I set it up so that that vehicle over there... Okay, I'm going to set it up so that I control this dragger. I'm going to control this car. Let's wait for him to take off. Let's see if I can try to keep up with him. I can't keep up with him because... Jesus, I'm burning my rubber at this sort of speed. I mean, I'm going about as fast as him. This is going to be a multi-car pile-up. Oh! Jeez! Well, sir, where's your reactor gone? Oh yeah, it's falling out below the car. Oh, and... my engine gone! Holy crap, where's my engine? And my door is opened completely. Go. I think I'm faster. Yeah, I'm faster. I'm faster than him. I mean, this is actually really hard to keep the thing going straight, but like, okay, time to smash into him first. And then I just heard him just go and wreck the other car over there. But wait a second, my engine still works. I mean, it's not. Oh, there just goes a wheel flying. That appears to be a Pesmo wheel over there. Okay, bye-bye cars. I'm gonna go do something else. Mainly called go drive on a track really fast. So now that we have this stiffer suspension, we should be a little bit better on track, but holy crap, we have zero grip on the ground. Hey, look at this. No grip at all. Okay, now we just need to find our way onto the track, which is right over there. Well, I know how to. You floor it, and you get to the track. This thing doesn't pick up speed until second gear, or until after second gear. I believe there is an entrance to the track up here somewhere. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, here it is. Good thing we got gigantic and amazing brakes on this thing. This has active sway bars, so when you go around corners, it just keeps it flat. So that when you're going straight, it should probably make it a little bit more comfortable, because it's not, you know, going crazy. But now if we just surprise it, no, still no body roll. There's no body roll in this thing, yet it can corner so good. And usually when you don't have too much body roll, that causes the weight transfer to not be so good. However, with this, it doesn't matter. You're going a million miles an hour. Anyway, now that we're over here, put it in sport mode, and let's get a little slippery. Or we just keep, or we have actually, there we go. Now we're slip and sliding a little. Come on, don't hit that. I want to keep slip and sliding for about this whole track. Come on. This is so great. This is fun. You know what we should do is take this on a mountain road. Okay, so we're on this road over here. And this road leads to kind of like a mountainous road. It's not necessarily a mountain road, but it is a really nice curvy road that goes up into the mountains. And up there, well, not necessarily mountains, but once we get up high, you'll see what I'm talking about. And also, this map is pretty cold. It's about 34 degrees or so. And when you get up higher, it does drop to where ice can form on the road. So I'll show you that. This car on these roads is just amazing. Ah, crap. Let's see how we go around this corner here. Just fall asleep. Or not. Definitely not flawless. And I'm sorry if you hear my phone being blown up. Some idiots are texting me. Okay, that's it. My phone's going on Do Not Disturb. Okay, anyway, I've dealt with the issue of, oh, Jesus, and we're already into getting killed territory. Okay, this transmission is so dim-witted. It's like you go and then you take off and then it just kicks down a gear and then, This transmission is actually kind of retarded. But hey, it's just really fast, so I don't care. And let's go. God, the thing about the steering on this car is it's more suited to a track than it is something like this. It's more suited to roads that are bigger rather than this. Holy crap. Okay. Let's see how it goes around this corner. And if you want to drive this car on these sorts of roads really fast, you gotta have lightning fast turning. Come on, go. The traction control is gonna have to do a lot here, because right now these roads are gonna get a little slippery. Like right there, road got a little slippery there. Come on, traction control, keep me from dying, or just kill me. Okay. Jeez, this car's a little bit fast. It's a little bit faster than I wanted. I mean, I like going fast, but on this sort of road, you need a little bit less power than that. Although there is a big, huge straight at the end of this, and okay, come on, come on. Okay, time for the big, huge straight. No, am I going to be wide enough? Can I fit through this gate? Yes, I can. 130, 140, and 100, and we're dead. I love how that just destroyed our tires. There is one more thing I want to do before the end of this video, and that involves going a little bit off-road. That didn't sound good. That would be me violently turning, and then my flashlight falling off the desk. Okay. Okay, so, the thing I want to do is over here. And no, we're not going to go fly this car into the water. We're going to go down a storm drain, and then we're going to try to go back up. Now, I would suspect, because this thing has so much grip, we can just go back up. But let's see how fast we can go down. And then we're going to also fall into the water. Holy crap. There it goes into the water. Going down the storm drain. Oh, crap. Okay, full brakes. Now, my question is, are we going to be able to go back up? I'm going to say yes. And the question is, how much throttle am I going to need to use? Now, this thing has so much torque. Look at this, 20% throttle, and it just climbs it. This is like a mountain goat. Now, if I was to floor it, yeah, it goes. So, hopefully you like this episode, and goodbye. Oh, that almost meant to happen. Anyway, hopefully you like this episode, and goodbye.